Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Bronzcasters. Today we have a very special game for you. This is our very first casting moments video thing that we're doing.
Beginning of the casting
The beginning
era.
of the casting era. Yes, exactly. I'm joined here in the booth by SimplyNickish. My name is Steej1. Hello, Nick. Welcome in. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I'm feeling very good. I'm looking forward to this one. We know absolutely nothing about these teams, but I'm sure we'll learn over the course of this.
I think we will. I think it's going to be just fine, and I'm really excited to see what they do. We've got the teams going ahead and getting ready to get started up now. Me stuttering over all of my words.
I think
that's the real replay.
I think one of the biggest things to talk about here is the Tracer versus Genji DPS.
Oh, how do you think that's going to... Who do I favor? Honestly, I think I favor the Tracer in that instance. Mostly just because...
Tracer is one of the harder matches for Genji, right?
I think so, because, I mean, he can deflect, but that's really all he has. Now, that being said, she doesn't have a very big health pool. So if he gets, like, just a hit and a swipe off, a dash, then she's just down. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that it could really go either way in that case. Here at the front lines, we already have the Orisa going in, playing a really good front line against the enemy defense. Wasn't able to get a finish.
Very far up.
Pretty far up, but I think she's got the team behind her. She's trying to get the finish on this Hanzo. She's able to get the finish on the Hanzo, actually going for the Kiriko now. Kiriko's able to get away from one of our other teammates. We got a tank v tank situation going down, and the Orisa is going to go down. The blue team is able to defend.
Out on her own there. I like what she did with the Hanzo, and the Hanzo being out of position and capitalizing on that, but the team really needed to come behind her on that one and follow up.
I think so too. Tracer is going a little bit down on the health. A bunch of the blue team down on health at the moment, and the red team trying to capitalize on it. Hanzo might
doing Tracer things.
We got a little bit of a Hanzo versus Hanzo action, and the red team Hanzo. I'm sorry, the blue team. Wait, which team Hanzo was that? They're both dead.
the gamer won. Blue Hanzo won out on that one, and then immediately died.
Looks like the red team is able to start capturing.
Hanzo diff.
They diffed each other. I don't really know how that happened, but
that is an early cap for the red as well.
It is a pretty early cap. But that's good. They're able to start getting that payload moving. Blue team pushing in right into the red team spawn. We're going to see if that works out for them. The Orisa is really defending that payload. Luckily, the payload doesn't have a health bar, so I think it'll be all right.
I think new Orisa is extremely obnoxious to deal with.
Coalescence coming out from the blue team Moira. Unable to land the spear in order to cancel the Moira ultimate, and ultimately the Orisa does go down.
Nice pushback.
That was a nice pushback.
Switch to Mercy for Alyssa. I think the Mercy was a good choice here. You really need that. Oh
no, please continue. I want to go back for a second and see what just happened here, because I saw something.
Sure. Let's wind it back.
I saw something in the replay here, or in the kill feed, and I want to see what happened here. We've got a Hanzo v Hanzo. They both see each other. They're both looking at each other, and they kill each other at the exact same time. The Hanzos once again diff each other. This is a treat. This is a treat. We have two Hanzos pretty evenly matched, going against each other, able to kill each other. The Orisa ult comes out and gets absolutely nobody in the middle of the Orisa ult. Genji getting nanoed, going in, diving, trying to get the Tracer.
I cannot tell you what the Orisa was thinking there. There's literally no one anywhere.
Genji is not going to get anybody from the Nano Blade. That is two ultimates going to be down from the red team, unfortunately. Unable to capitalize on any of those ultimates.
They do still have a Hanzo and a Moira ult to work
D.Va bomb
though.
going out. Unable to get anybody. The D.Va is in the enemy backline now, and is able to escape back to the other team, while the red team Moira pulls out the Coalescence. Is she able to take down the enemy Moira? She is not.
Big pushback.
But it does look like the red team is gaining some ground here. They are pushing up quite far with that payload.
Nice anti on the D.Va.
Blue team D.Va getting demeched after the anti. Mercy trying to stay in the corner, but that's not going to get away from the blue team Orisa. Sorry, the red team Orisa.
The Orisa is just so obnoxious. can't deal with her.
It doesn't seem like the blue team is really paying much of attention to her either, which is interesting.
Always one of the Genji effects I find is Genji just distracts so much of your backline. It allows the tank to move in and really just be very oppressive.
You know what? That actually is. I mean, you have an effective flanker on your team, and it frees up your tank to do a whole lot. I do like the Orisa is taking a little bit of a ride here on the on the payload.
And you can see Blue agree as well. Sugar's made a switch to Orisa as well. I think they're recognizing that this is the way to go.
It might be a little bit of a better matchup just to do the Orisa versus the Orisa. Red team Orisa pulling out the ultimate. Was she able to get? She was able to get Gamer 1.
Yeah.
The blue team Hanzo. And the red team continues to push in. Will they be able to cap here? Let's see if the blue team is able to come out and contest it all.
I mean, holding this for 3.5 minutes, I don't think this is going to happen. This would be a miracle hold.
Looks like the blue team does try to contest. Mercy going down. And they are not able to hold. Red team will take the points.
Classic 1-by-1 at last entry just to desperately try and hold on. And you're never really going to hold it in that end. Short of some miracle ults, really.
You know, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen before, and if you are able to get that hold off, you usually have a little bit of time to move the payload back a little bit. It just starts moving back a little bit, and you know, and that can give you a little bit more of a chance. But you know, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, and
that's why you need something like a massive Rhine shatter or something, you know, just to
absolutely Ramatra ultimate, something that's just going to get everybody off the payload, or anybody who's on the payload just completely knocked down and taken out.
A great first round from Red.
It really was. I mean, they were able to move through that pretty well. They banked 322 into their overtime clock there, so we'll see if we end up getting to that point or not. We'll see if the blue team is able to do something, see if they're able to get all 3 points.
Some interesting switches here. We've gone Junkrat for Red, for Cosmic, and then they've gone for the Reaper Sombra. Some real dive on this blue side here.
Junkrat trying something sneaky here. He's getting all the way up. He's gonna lay the trap down. Oh, let's see if this works out for him. I want to see.
There's no way this works, right?
I want to see. Let's see what happens here. Who's gonna go out? Who's gonna get trapped?
Orisa. It's got to be Orisa.
Oh, and they see it immediately. Too bad to the Junkrat. Too bad to the red team. You know what? He tried. He tried. Sometimes it works.
10 for effort.
Sometimes it works. Yeah, you got A for effort. A for effort from me. As the blue team is going to start their assault.
That, right?
What was that?
No commitment to that, right? You know,
right. You know, if you're
going
to stay up and do that, like, at the very least, you've got to stay up and, like, try to get a little bit of extra damage off, you know? Like, just the mine alone might not kill them, especially with the recent mine nerf a couple patches ago. Blue team started their assault. The red team does seem to be pushing up past the choke point, but it's going to work out for them because the blue team Lucio is going to go down. Blue team Orisa going very low on health. The red team is going to push in and able to get the elim on that Orisa. And it looks like
from Gamer 1 though on the Reaper, but traded very quickly.
Lucio trying to stay back, see if they can group up a little bit. He's got the right idea.
Really aggressive here. I don't think they can get past this corner.
Lucio just trying to go completely around. See if he can just bypass everybody on the red team.
Oh, he's gotten the Ana though.
Oh my god, he's able to get the Ana. Just completely ignored by the Junkrat. Is he going to be able to take the points?
He's solo capping? Oh no, here they go.
The red team caught on a little bit.
Hilarious.
Unfortunate. I really thought he might have had that. That would have been great if he just completely solo capped.
Depends how much attention they were paying, right?
Right, exactly. At first,
they pushed him off the corner.
At first, it really seemed like nobody was going to go back for it, but they did figure it out.
Would that be a worth for you?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Orisa all coming out for the red team. Not able to pick anybody up. In fact, the blue team is able to turn it around and get a kill on the enemy, the red Orisa, as well as the Junkrat. Red team Ana gonna go down.
Here's the cap. This has got to be the cap.
We could be seeing the cap here.
Great kill. This Reaper is really working out for Gamer 1. This switch to the Reaper is causing all sorts of problems in the backline.
And the Junkrat ultimate tire is going to come out and is completely blocked by the Lucio. Unfazed Moira. What a Chad move by the Moira. Not even moving. The Junkrat
Staring in the face of the
they
wheel.
were checking their Tinder to see if they had any matches. They were like, I don't even need any of this. I don't even care what's going on. Genji trying to go in. The red team Moira is going to come out and try to get a little bit with the coalescence.
Caps anyway.
And the blue team is able to cap.
You need to get out if you're red at this point. Regroup, get back, start over.
And just like that, the blue team has taken and is trying to regroup up here, start their assault, start their push. Red team Moira overextending just a bit. And by just a bit, I mean down the entire alleyway. And
I really feel like this
completely
Reaper change was huge for them and is really winning them the game right now.
Well, we're about to see.
Making this Orisa feel very small.
You know, sometimes whenever you just have an incredibly oppressive tank on the enemy team, sometimes you just have to go with that Reaper, pull out that tank busting action, and see what you can do. And it seems to be working out for him, like you said.
They switched to an Ashe as well, which is quite interesting.
Ashe trying to shoot her own Orisa. Orisa is able to get some kills off, one with the ultimate on the Ana, and then other after that. Oh, Ashe getting some high ground. Blue team Ashe getting some high ground. Oh, takes out the Genji. What a shot.
Okay, they're feeling themselves
They
now.
are feeling themselves.
Another quick cap.
This could be quite the game. This is turning out to be quite the match. These two teams seem to be pretty evenly matched. We do have kind of this mirror going on between the two Orisas. Both of them hitting those ults, both of them missing those ults. You know, sometimes it's really just, you see what happens. Nanoblade coming out from the Genji. Lucio's able to get off the beat.
Instantaneous Lucio beat.
Instantaneous Lucio beat. You love to see that from Lucio. Those big reaction times. This is a huge, huge fight that we've got going down. Bob coming out from the Ashe on the blue team. Tire coming out. Ashe is able to take out the Rip Tire with the thanks to Bob. Just in time before it took out probably a good chunk of the team. Ashe is going to commit. Cap. Oh, didn't even have to.
An Echo in the mix.
And you know what? As an Ashe player, this is what you want to see. You want them to have those flying characters, those Pharas, those Echoes, because that's going to be up to you. You can sometimes just two-shot those characters. You know, if you're able to. If you're able to get some good shots off, two-shot, three-shot, depending on if you hit those headshots or not.
It definitely is on the Ashe here. The Reaper can't really get up there to take her on.
Red team tank is going to go down. That's giving the blue team a pretty good opening here.
AMO1 is having a storming round on this Reaper.
And you know what?
Double
that
kill.
might just cap them the point. The red team Orisa is coming up. Let's see if they're able to hold. It looks like it definitely, well, gave some time to get some other teammates there. But I don't think that is going to do it. In fact, it is not. And the blue team pushes the point all the way, and we are going into sudden death.
Little shaky beginning from blue, but they really pulled that in the second and third point. A minute 17 less. I think they made some really clever changes here, particularly for bronze level gameplay. And
you know what? Both teams have banked quite a bit of time. As you may know, and some people may not know, going into this sudden death, these two sudden deaths rounds, both teams are going to be able to push the point as far as they can. Once it hits overtime, that it stays overtime until you are moved off the points and overtime runs out, or you cap it. So it'll just stay overtime the entire time. Even if you get to the next point, it'll still remain in overtime. So the fact that both teams have been able to bank quite a bit of time, no one's really at much of an advantage here. Red team does pull away with, like you said, a little bit more time. But really, I mean, 2 minutes, even just 2 minutes is enough time to get quite a bit done. So I'm interested to see what happens between the red and blue team now.
Would you say this is a pretty attacking-sided map? because it felt like both defenses really struggled to keep up here, and they were just getting absolutely pushed.
Which is interesting because especially you have a lot of high ground on this map as the defense to use, including this very first choke here. Oh, Spear's gonna come out and absolutely nail the Lucio, but he's able to live. Pulling out the heals to keep the team alive. Blue team's making a good assault. Anti's gonna go down on the Orisa.
I mean, they're all in a very small choke. This Orisa is very low. Great spear there.
Kills going down on each team. Reaper's going to go down on the blue team. Brigitte, which has been pulled out as a healer on the red team, is going to go down as well. Junkrat in the back here trying to lay down some suppressing fire, but is going to be flanked immediately by the Moira.
Alyssa's been having a great game, to be fair. I've been keeping a little eye on this this Moira.
Are we seeing some TikTok Moira action this game?
So.
All right, no ground has been made here yet. Red team Genji and the blue team backline getting a deflect down, getting all the way up. Beat is gonna go down from the Lucio, unable to save the blue team Ashe, but probably
they have to push with that.
Exactly, they have to push. That probably kept a lot more people from dying. Unfortunately, the Ashe did go down. Blue team Moira goes down as well. Lucio goes down. Blue team is not having a good push here.
That is unfortunate.
Blue team Reaper is able to fade.
Very small push left back in them.
Yeah, if they're able to group up and go here, they might have one more good push left in them. If not, it'll go to the red team to try to just get one single tick on the points in order to win.
Really nice stagger there by killing the Reaper late. It shows the Reaper's not going to be with the rest of the team.
That is true. Red team Orisa ult goes out, is able to once again get the Ashe. Actually, no, that's the Genji ult. The Genji has been nanoed and is able to take out 3. We're actually gonna go back. We're gonna go back a few seconds just to see if I can pick that up. If I can find the Genji.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that. Oh,
where's the Genji? Oh my God.
Some S tier.
We're gonna try that again because I clearly know what I'm doing. Here we go. We found him. Genji's gonna get some high ground up on the bus here in the middle of the point, trying to get into the blue team backline. There's the Nano going in with the Dragon Blade, taking down the Ashe, going into the backline, taking down the tank, taking down the Orisa, taking down the Lucio.
Nice.
What a Dragon Blade from the Lucio with help from the Ana with the Nano. Time is ticking down, and it looks like blue is not going to be able to cap, and that is going to be the end of that round.
This is looking real rough for blue here. They have 3 minutes 17 to hold this first corner.
I mean, you know, we've seen good things from both teams, but like you said earlier, both teams are having some trouble on defense, except obviously for that time because you know, they were able to pull out a pretty good defense there and keep the blue team from scoring at all. So we'll see what happens.
I feel like red just positioned really well there. You know, the Ana in the back providing constant heals. No one able to get past that choke to get to the back line. They didn't have a backline dive. The Reaper was just getting absolutely focused. They didn't have the same backline dive of the Genji or something to get on those healers. And they just couldn't get past the point. They couldn't get past the choke. And
then, you know, the Genji just pulls out the Dragon Blade with the Nano from the Ana at the very end, and that just kind of sealed the deal. So we're going to have to see what happens.
What do you think about the switch to Zarya here?
So,
the tank choice.
I mean, the Orisa versus Orisa, I don't know how well it was really working out for the blue team. But, you know, I'm interested to see if what happens here. The red team does have a Junkrat, and a Junkrat into a Zarya can be a little bit advantageous for Zarya just because of the splash damage going down onto the Zarya bubbles to charge them up. But who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm definitely interested to see. And the red team, I'm sorry, yes, the red team now starts their assaults. Trying to see if they can gain a little bit of ground. Blue team holding the choke point pretty well. Red team Genji goes down. Red team Genji goes down. Red team Orisa also goes down.
Fantastic early hold here.
And see, this is what I mean. You got the Genji going down. Not the Genji, the Junkrat, sorry, is trying to get a little bit of poke damage here. I mean, that's what you want with Junkrat. You just want to spam those grenades, see what you can get. But unfortunately, that can be advantageous for the Zarya. She can just bubble up, and she's able to get a lot of charge from just those Junkrat bubbles.
Absolutely. This Brigitta's doing some heavy lifting on the front lines with the Orisa.
Both teams still duking it out. Right in the middle here. They're able to break through the line. Very low Zarya. Zarya is going to go down. Blue team, Lucio also going down.
They need a miracle.
Riptire from the Junkrat able to come out and get the Reaper on the blue team. Coalescence going to come out from the blue team. Moira seeing if she can hold the point here.
I think she can on her own.
Hasn't gone down so
great
far.
job, though.
Is going to go down. Good hold so far. All they need to do is get one single tick. Zarya is going to be coming back, seeing if she can get some charge. Getting pushed off by the Moira. Not by the Moira, by the Orisa. Going down. Reaper getting slept by the Ana. And the Nano goes up from on the Orisa at the very last second, giving the blue team just enough time to take that win. And
an extremely abrupt ending.
Yeah, extremely abrupt. We love those replays, but that's okay. We'll play something right here and right here.
Post.
And possibly right here. Yes. A lot of post. What a spectacular game that we saw between the red team and blue team here. My favorite part was probably during the first round, just a couple of ultimates that hit absolutely no one. You always love to see it. It's probably one of my favorite parts of Overwatch is just absolutely committing to the bit and getting nothing out of it.
Absolutely.
It's so demoralizing, and you know what? They seem to pick themselves up and just keep going with it, and that's what this is all about. What are your thoughts, Nick?
That's why I choose heroes that ultimate doesn't rely on me being in one singular place, because I will always miss those, like the Orisa ult, you know?
Oh, right.
They're not standing in my little radius. You know, it's a lot harder to throw in that one. But this was a great game. I really enjoyed the adaptations. That's something I'm not very good at. Adapting the characters to the situation. There were some nice switches that could have worked. And a nice overtime as well. I thought the Red really kind of had that from the beginning. They had a lot of control and played really well.
Right, definitely an exciting game. Just the fact that it went all 4 rounds there, not something that you see all the time. But I mean, hey, that makes for a really exciting game. Both teams played really well. The blue team tried to counter with the Zarya. Also, I'm pretty sure earlier I said the blue team won, which was not the case. I completely lost track of that. We'll put it in post. We'll edit it in post. But you know, blue team tries to pull out that Zarya to maybe counter just a little bit, like we were talking about, like the Zarya getting charged off the Junkrat. Maybe that's what they were thinking. Maybe, hey, they were just thinking, hey, let me just try something different because the Orisa isn't working out. Unfortunately, it did not end up working for them. But hey, sometimes you got to take risks, and sometimes it works, and sometimes your ult misses everybody. So you know, that's just Overwatch, baby. So
it should also be noted, just for any of you kind of watching, depending on what time you're watching it, this is the old patch before the 11th of April, before the new patch comes out. So you know, the Brigitte changes and stuff, and the new hero isn't in yet.
That is also true. That is also true.
But
that's all right, because the next time it just might be, and we'll be able to see a little bit of gameplay from Lifeweaver, the brand new hero. So we'll have to see what happens. We might have to wait a little bit. Don't know if they'll add him into comp immediately or not, but we will see what happens. But whenever that happens, we will see you there. My name is Steej1. I'm here with my friend Nick, and this has been Bronzcasters. I hope you all have enjoyed this. I know we have, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.
See you later. Bye.